So starting over. The Argonne diagram of October 22nd, 2020, it says a complex number can be represented in a rectangular or Cartesian axis. An Argonne diagram is a plot of complex numbers as points in the complex plane. The horizontal axis represents the real axis and the vertical axis represents the imaginary axis. So if Z is the complex number X plus IY, a point P can be used to represent the complex number Z, where the vector OZ is XY. All right, that's not self-explanatory, so I'll show it to you below. Complex number can be treated as a vector in the XY plane. So if you all remember vectors from CXC, OP could be a position vector. OP, the vector OP, let me use a different color ink.
Wait, sir, what we're working with, OP or OZ?
OP.
Okay.
P is the point that represents the complex number Z. So the vector OP is the column vector XY, and this is the position vector of the point XY. All right, so don't worry about that. When I get moved down, you'll see it. So in a sense, so this is an example of an Argonne diagram. Note that the vertical axis is called the imaginary axis, and the horizontal axis is called the real axis. This is the complex number Z, which is equal to X plus IY. Please note the point here. So here, the complex number is represented both by the point and by the vector. The complex number is represented both by the point and by the vector. All right. So let me show you what I mean. Argonne diagram. So let me show you what I mean in this example. You'll be able to, so well, you don't have this note, so I'm guessing you can't do what I'm doing. I guess you could always draw a quick sketch. It says shows the following numbers on an Argonne diagram. 3i. Please note, for the complex number 3 plus I, 3 is the real part, and I is the, and 1 is the original, and 1 is the imaginary part. Remember, the imaginary part of the complex number does not include I. So the point that would be represent the point 3, 1, which is here. So the point itself represents the complex number, and I can draw a straight line from the origin to the point. And this vector also represents the complex number. So this is the complex number 3 plus I, represented on an Argonne diagram. All right, very quickly. All right, let me see if I can, let me just do another one, maybe one with a negative number. The next one is 1 minus I. So it is, remember, it's 1 minus I. 1 is the real part, and 1 is the imaginary. 1 here is the imaginary. So real is X, X1, and imaginary Y minus 1. This would be the point, and this would be the complex number represented as a vector. That would be, this is the complex number 1 minus I. Can you quickly do a sketch and put all 5 complex numbers on the Argonne diagram? Please do a sketch quickly.
Sir, go over that please one more time. We draw the line just there.
All right, 1. This is the complex number 1 minus I. No, or you could say 1 and 1i. This one is the real component, RE component, which is the X value. And this one is the imaginary component, which is the Y value. So literally, it's like you're plotting the point 1, x1, and y minus 1. So the point x1, y minus 1, this is x vertical, minus 1 horizontal, that is this point here. So the point represents the complex number 1, minus 1, and this position vector here also represents the vector. All right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, so very quickly, guys, make your sketch and put in all 5 complex numbers. So C is minus 1, minus 1. So C, this is C. So this is the complex number minus 1, sorry, minus I, minus 1, minus I. Minus 1, minus I. The next one is minus 1I. Minus 1I is minus 1, 1, which is this point. So this is the complex number minus 1 plus I. And the last one is 4, 2, the point 4, 2, which is this point here. Draw a straight line to it. Please note when you do this, if ever you do this, either in a test or in an exam, you must draw your lines using a straight edge. So you'd have to use a ruler. And this is the complex number 4 plus 2I. All right. Personally, I don't think it's very difficult. All right, so let's stop this video.
Sir, hold on. Sir, for B, the 1 minus I.
Yes.
That's basically 1 negative 1, right?
The point 1, negative 1, yes.
Right. 1 negative 1. That would fall on the line? No.
If it falls on the line.
No, sir. I forget what. Yeah.
You're good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. That would be at the intersection of the point x is equal to 1, of the lines x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 1. All right, so let's stop the video and turn the page.